What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the NDA podcast with myself, Wex, and Kev. How you doing, Kev?
This is episode 498,000 divided by 2.
wait, Justin's here too? What? Obviously,
But,
today we're without Justin. He's getting one last sniff in before the release of BDSP. It's coming Friday. I don't know what date it's going out on, but we are just games have just been played last one, so we're going to go over that today for the remaining playoffs, and then we have a few announcements here at the end. So, Kev, anything to add before we get started?
No, just excited to jump into playoffs. Had some good play-in games. Good sign of good things to come in the playoffs. So, yeah, let's jump into it, mate. We got first. We have Rooster versus Griffin. We were looking at this one and thought Rooster might have the slight advantage, but the team composition maybe favored Griffin. But Rooster kind of just mangled him, to be honest. It wasn't pretty.
The Kirk got up to +3 attack, or +4, was it? 1, 2, plus.
Yeah, it even knocked out its own Raichu. I don't know if that was first or second game, but knocked out its own Raichu, and it gets a Moxie boost. So it's honestly not even a bad strategy, to be honest.
No. So, it was it was the first game. Knocked out its own Raichu, got +4, even though the match ended 4-1. So I got 3, or what did then? Because I'm just looking at it here. He couldn't quit because he was Specs and he'd already chosen Prison Voltage, so no point in playing the rest of it. Differential does not matter in playoffs, so...
Yeah, not really. I just want to point out that on turn 1, Fletchender lived a rock slide. That's kind of crazy.
I know, as well. I was like, from that bulky Fletchender, putting my Chesto Chesto to shame. And then no, really. So Chesto Fletchender, best set ever. Just saying.
But
not really much else happened. It was kind of a sweep.
It's just a crocodile masterclass between Rock Slide and Earthquake.
I think he has to bring Pod really. To do any sort of damage to Crook, but it was just kind of, he didn't bring Pod either game, so I don't know what
Pod or like Grass Knot or something.
I'm pretty sure he had Grass Knot.
He ran it with Coco and clicked it into Celesteela. I wonder.
Before he clicked into Crocodile, took 70%. And that's when Kirk revealed the Select Berry and plus speed, so...
I'm really interested to know how much Grass Knot does to Celesteela. Because yes, it is resisted, but Celesteela do be heavy.
I think it maxed out at 140 maybe? I'll just do a quick check. Because I think... Let's see, Grass Knot.
Yeah, I think there's like a 140 base power move into Celesteela. But it resists, so...
It's max 120, so from 200 kg plus is 120.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It busted, I feel. If it was like 500 base power for Celesteela, Mudsteel would just full out just die.
Yeah.
Poor Mudsteel is so heavy.
Yeah, for really randomly. They gave it so much weight. But yeah, I think we both called that one correctly, Wex. I do.
Yeah. I think Justin and Eli both said 2-1.
Yeah, they gave Griffin a set, but just Game 1 was a little close, I guess, but not really.
I'd say Game 2, Griffin was like, I'll just throw in the towel, really. That's all it seemed like. But Griffin had a good season. Sorry, I'm just yawning. Oh, great podcast last there, yawning in the middle of the set. He finished 5-5 in the regular season, so it's nothing to be ashamed of. Like,
no, he was 4-6.
Was it 4-6? Oh, yeah,
4-6. I think this is his first playoff game in a while. I don't know the last time Griffin.
Yeah, but honestly, he played really well. Wasn't like a free win or anything. Like who did he beat? He beat a few good people, I think. Did he beat? Oh no, you beat him in. You didn't face him.
Let's see. Griffin beat. Where's Griffin?
I remember him going on a bit of a tear. He beat Mao, Ryan, and someone else. I can't remember who, but he went on a bit of a tear.
Yeah, he 3 games in a row. Mao, Ryan, and Quirts.
Yeah, I remember that game. I was like, he started pretty poorly. They beat him halfway through the season, I think, and after that he went on a bit of a winning streak. So I was like, fair. guess I do spark that in some people. Let's just hope that I don't spark that in you. Yeah. I mean, not for long, but we'll see. You do have to face. We'll get into who you're facing later. But that's really all for this game. Nothing really eventful happened. Crook just went in. Just a good set. I like the Aquatail on it.
Yeah, it's just Griffin was scared to click electric moves with Crook and Raichu, so his other stuff that doesn't really like electric moves was... I mean, it really didn't have to do anything, because Griffin was kind of pigeonholed, but...
Especially after the first the first game where he was locked into Rising Voltage and he couldn't do anything else. So, like, I feel like game 2 he kind of pushed off a bit. He was like, I don't really want to click anything else. Yeah, he just kind of gave up after Raichu. He clicked Surf when there was Urshifu on the field.
Yeah, he kind of just ruined the Tao, but it was a good season nonetheless. Good showing. Yeah. And we can move on into our next playing game, which was a very exciting one from my perspective. Will versus Quirts, big rivalry there. And I must say, I mean, I don't... Correct me if I'm overhyping it, but like, the game 1, the synergy between the little rain, like surf synergy between Heliolisk and Tapu Fini was maybe my favorite synergy of the entire season.
It was really good, especially with the rain dance setup. Like, he had, Cryogonal could set up the rain. I think Heliolisk set up rain as well.
Yeah, I think the Cryogonal setting up the rain in game 2 on turn 1 was maybe a bit of a mistake. I could have went for a big damaging move, and he still had rain set up later potentially. But yeah, I mean, game 1, he could have won. I mean, one different. If he clicks Moonblast with Tapu Fini instead of
turn 5 he clicks Double Surf. If he clicks Moonblast Tapu Fini, I think he kills the Exorus.
Yeah, I think he wins the game, which unfortunate, because then Haxorus is able to break the sub, and then Salazzle is the fastest thing on the field, takes out Fini, and then Haxorus is able to win the game. It was just so like the hydration with both Click and Surf and Rain.
Telepathy as well was really nice.
So sick. So like the healing that Heliolisk got was so good. I don't know what item it was, but those surfs were doing damage. Like, it wasn't specs or anything, but they were still doing some really good chip.
Had to guess.
I think he sent his pace. I think he did send his pace in match. Spoiler.
Yeah, here. It's safety goggles. Okay.
Goggles, interesting.
I'm trying to think, why is he wearing goggles?
Tangela? Will's got Tangela.
Yeah, it's probably Tangela.
I mean, that's fair play. Like, you do get a prep for Tangela, man.
Yeah.
You'll learn to do that.
I'll know all about that this weekend.
But yeah, I mean, that synergy was great, but just one bad play, game 1, like one bad turn, he takes an L, and then game 2 is a quick one. Yeah, that one didn't last too long. His lead of Talonflame just it just wasn't surviving ever. Yeah,
it was just kind of there. Like, it wasn't really threatening anything on Will's team, especially like with Excadrill. Excadrill probably would threaten, but Will used Protect really well this set. Used it a lot, which I think Eli pointed out in the last podcast that Protect is genuinely extremely good. It's one of the best moves in the format.
And Will loves running resist berries. I remember we were talking after the game. He had 4 Mons with resist berries as their held items. So
man after my own heart. Man after my own heart.
Yeah. So like,
I was kind of hyped to see the pass up berry. I was like, oh yeah, I love that. Probably running what passive berry. Probably running chocolate berry maybe on Excadrill.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yucca berry, probably. I'm not sure what else. Hexorus maybe had the Yachi berry.
Yeah, if it had Roselli berry, then maybe Will still wins game 2. Yeah. I don't know what berry it had.
It's a fair analysis.
But yeah, clicking Tailwind and Rain Dance turn 1.
Yeah.
It seemed kind of against 2 heavy hitters like Excadrill, Haxorus. That seemed kind of.
Yeah, like especially like because Tailwind wouldn't have mattered with the. He's probably setting up for Illisk and Finny in the back, but that's in there. Tailwind doesn't really do much with Caragonal and that on the field because I think they're both faster anyway.
Yeah, and then he was able to just switch in Hippowdon.
Yeah.
I think Quartz said turn 1 he was predicting a Hippo switch in straight away.
That's fair.
But like. I mean,
if a Hippo switches in, Excadrill's fast on the field then.
But like you still get Tailwind, and Cryogonal's still faster.
Yeah.
Like if you set up Tailwind, Cryogonal's still faster, so the switch-in doesn't even matter. If you set up Tailwind, like you didn't need the Rain Dance also. Like you just kind of forfeited. Like I guess he didn't expect to lose both, but I don't know. Yeah, it's just.
Hindsight's 20/20, really. So it's
for sure. I like the Rock Blast. I like the Rock Blast choice for Excadrill, as if it's like the Rock Berry, or if it's like Focus Sash, like Rock Blast just ignores both completely. Like Charty Berry or Focus Sash, it just Rock Blast will take out Talonflame. Like even if it hit twice in any situation, it probably kills. Like one Rock Blast did 62%, so even if it's Charty Berry, I think it'll take like 30, and then another one will do close. And odds are you'll probably hit more than 2 anyway. So Rock Blast is a really good bring by Will. I like that a lot. And yeah, just once he brought in the Sandstream Hippo on turn 2, it was GG's.
Yeah, it was kind of over at that point. Like.
He was able to take out the Heliolisk, and then he had 4 Mons to deal with the Finny. So, and then he didn't predict the switch into Hippo turn 2 because he Moonblasted into the spot where the Haxorus was. So he just played it a little backwards. But I can understand his the reads he's going for. So it's unfortunate.
He's on a different plane of existence to all of us.
Yeah,
it was well played. Like Quartz was, I'm guessing Quartz is 5-5. I think they're both 5-5.
Yeah, they're both 5-5.
Yeah, I remember talking about them last week. Finished with, we're looking at it now. They finished with similar records: 7-5, 15 points, 1-to-1 set win-loss ratio, and then Will getting slightly more kills than Quartz. That's what pushed them over the edge. But they both had a stellar season. Quartz going back to his old ways, making playoffs after he lost him playing as well last season, didn't he?
I believe he didn't even make the playoffs last season.
I'm going to double check.
I thought he was. I thought maybe no. I think he actually did get it.
I think
he played Ryder. He played Ryder. He was the last playoff spot, and he played Ryder. Yeah.
No, 1 spot higher than last season.
It's progress.
Always taking improvement. But yeah, that's all for play-ins really. Commiserations to Griffin and Quartz.
Yeah,
seasons all around. And congratulations to Robert and Phil. So yeah, I think after that, we can just go straight into playoffs really. I don't think there's much else to add.
Let's look at this beautiful playoff bracket. Um,
We can start off with someone we've already talked about. We can start off with Rooster playing Ryder.
yeah, Rooster moves on. The way the play-ins worked is the highest seed available would play the 2 seed, and the lowest seed available would play the 1 seed.
Mm.
So we got Ryder playing Rooster or Robert in the first round. This one is going to be really good. Another week where Rooster plays an opponent that he has not played before in the regular season. So,
one thing I will say, like, what is this scam? Me and Ryder finish first and second, and we get to face Will and Ryder and Rooster in the first round playoffs. Like, what?
Yeah, that's not fun.
What's this all about? I thought you're supposed to get rewarded for finishing good. But anyway, these guys.
We just got a good group of battlers this year.
Yeah.
I don't really want to, like you said last episode, let's just end the season. Like, I don't want to face anyone in the playoffs.
Yeah. I'm fucking scared, bro. I'm scared.
Yeah,
especially like being the 1 seed, you're kind of not expected to win, but like you should have like a higher percentage like chance of winning because you have them expectations.
Yeah, I was like last night. I was like, that's it. What were you saying? Sorry.
It's just stress, bro. It's just stress. Like,
I was talking to Will, like I said last night after their game, and I was like, "All right, Will, congrats! You get to play Wex now." And he was like, I'm not even lying, low key. Like when when I was drafting my team and kind of with the transactions I made, I was like always just like low key prepping against Wex, and I was like, what? Why? He was like, I don't know. He was like, my team, like I've had a plan for his team for like the whole season, and I didn't get to play him.
Yeah. So, and I'm like, it's not fun. It's not fun.
I was like, oh god, you're gonna have a fun time.
I don't think I will. Like, I have a few strats I want to pull out this season before the curtain closes, but yeah, I have ideas. I've obviously Will has ideas too, but. It'll be a good match. We can move up. We can start off playoffs anyway with Ryder and Rooster.
Yep.
Didn't play this season, did they?
No, I just said that.
Oh well. That's probably where I got the idea from. I'll get the 2 teams up here now. So we can go with the Yuli Lidikolos against. Oh, you're sorry now.
Let's get it. I'd like to say.
Sylveon, Celestial and Sylveon's gonna be an interesting matchup.
Crocodile looks really, really good here. Like really, really good.
Yeah, it's a top 2 anyway. But
and Salamence. I mean, Salamence gets coverage, but Crocodile gets pretty good. Like, I mean, rocks are good against Salamence. It gets ground for Togi D. I mean, Sylveon. Celesteela kind of walls Sylveon. It's also 1 base speed faster, which is quite annoying. That's good.
Trick Room Sylveon. Trick Room Sylveon, anyone? It doesn't look terrible. Like what?
No. I don't know. Slowking is pretty good into it because of poison.
Slowking, I'd say.
Yeah, Slowking does well into it on Trick Room because of the poison coverage. So, yeah, I think. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one, man.
It's gonna be a very tough one to call. Ryder's has been so good recently, like so consistent. That Sylveon is scary as ever. I know, like Urshifu's gonna get hurt by it a lot. Brook is, Raichu is, like all his team will get hurt a lot from it. Steel is the only thing, really.
I think like an Indeedee Salamence lead could be good with like Sylveon and like Dugtrio or Spectrator in the back. I think that's what I would do if I was a Ryder, maybe, just on first glance. I don't think Spectrator is that good as a lead, especially if he leads like Crocodile. Like, he can't do anything if he leads Crocodile.
Looking at Spectre, the only thing that beats here is Haunter. Like
it'll hit the Raichu, but that doesn't take much.
Yeah, Raichu's really frail. Like
Shadow Ball hit Urshifu, but like it's
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very meh.
Spectre's coverage just isn't there, to be honest with you. So
Not at all. So yeah, it's gonna hurt a bit. I don't know how well it does into this matchup. Like Spectre is really good into kind of glass cannon teams, and the Roosters team certainly isn't that.
like it's gonna be interesting as well with Raichu and Togi D. Like Lightning Rod, Pikachu clones. Well, no, Raichu is Pikachu basically, but
If I was Ryder, I'd probably go Sturdy. He doesn't have any big electric weaknesses.
yeah,
I'd
he
probably
actually.
just go Sturdy and try and do some shenanigans. Maybe I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised to see something weird like from Ryder, just randomly like a Gallade thrown in there with. Does anyone on his team get beat up? Which I don't think anyone does.
Doug Trio.
Doug Trio Gallade beat up strategy could somewhat work. Celesteela is gone.
I wouldn't run it against Ryder. I meant Rooster. I
Yeah,
just wouldn't in the
especially-
playoffs. That's very risky.
It's really risky. There's not a lot in this matchup like that really stands out. Like Steela does, Mence does. Like maybe you have Mystical Fire on NDD for Steela, I'd imagine. What else? Mence probably gets Fire Blast, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, Mence gets good, decent fire coverage. I wonder if he runs physical or special this week.
I would probably run. I might run special.
I know its physical coverage is a little better. I think.
Hmm.
Let's give it a quick. Maybe its special coverage is actually a little better. I don't know.
See now.
Maybe he's physical. It gets flamethrower, hydro pump, earthquake, fire blast. It gets heat wave, crunch. It's pretty split.
I mean, Steel Roller is a move that I've always loved. So, if indeed comes in with that psychic terrain, Steel Roller is going to do some damage. Stab.
And like Togi D. Who's running Steel Roller?
Oh, Celesteela.
Oh, okay.
If he runs like physical.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
This one's incredibly hard to call. My gut says Ryder, just because Ryder's been on a bit of a tear recently. Well, a couple of 4 wins in a row or so. In the last like 4 or 5 games of the season, Rooster lost 3. Beating Ryan in the last game to only end the losing streak. It's extremely difficult to call.
Yeah, I think if I had to, I think I'm
my
gonna
head's-
go. I think I'm gonna go 2-1 Ryder.
Mine could change really. 'Cause
Crocodile looks so good though.
right now, like
I'm gonna stick with Ryder.
I do want to say Ryder, but for some weird reason in the back of my head, I can see Rooster making a run like Ryder did last season from the 7 spot. Like, to me, if he faced anyone other than Ryder, I think he wins. I'm going to go with Ryder 2-1 as well. Now that could change by the time what we're going to announce later comes around. But yeah, I think that's all we have to really talk about for this match. It's going to be a really tight one.
Yeah. We can go into you versus Will next, our other playoff game based off the play-ins. How you feeling, buddy?
I mean, it's Will. I mean, like I'm not feeling confident, obviously. Look, I've had a good season. I've had a slightly worse season than last season, I think. His team is scary. It's really good against mine.
Yeah.
Like the extra girls stand stuff. There's a lot like some Whimsicott. Like I know I have Entei or Mudsdale, but still he has my Logic and Weavile. Like Reykjavik can deal with Salazzle, but Salazzle deals with Cobalion. Like there's a lot of back and forth. And then lower down we have like the Pikachu and Sigilif dealing with each other. We have Dust Noir. It's gonna be a mess, to be honest. Tangela can ruin my team. With some sleep powders and some rage powders, all that jazz. But yeah, I'm not gonna say anything in regards to like what I'm bringing. Obviously, I haven't really looked into it that much. But it is going to be a matchup anyway. It's like I'm just gonna make my prediction straight here. I'm gonna say 2-1 me, because whenever I predict Will to win, he wins. So I'm gonna pray that I'm gonna curse him and just make sure that I win. Just saying, I did predict Will to win against Quartz, and look, Will was only losing games because I wasn't predicting him to win. I'm just saying.
This is a tough one. I don't really know what his Dracovish answer is gonna be.
Melodic eats a lot of stuff.
Melodic, he's gonna make it really bulky. I mean, it doesn't have the best physical defense. Grimmsnarl is like, it's not the bulkiest either.
Haxorus is faster than it. Grimmsnarl can set up some Prankster Reflex to kind of mitigate it.
Yeah.
A load of things. You got Will-O-Wisp. It's going to be difficult for me to do anything with Drakefish, really.
I think maybe a Scarfed Haxorus to maybe outscarf a potential Scarfed Dracovish.
Don't get many ideas now.
That could be interesting.
My lock is going to be a pain to break through, and nevertheless, like no matter what. So.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a very interesting game. How do I call this one?
Bringing up We've a Sigilif against me. Feels bad.
I'll back you, X. We'll say a 2-1 as well.
Gracias. Is there any Pokemon on my team that Will has had in the past? I don't think so.
Whimsicott.
Will had Whimsicott last season, didn't
he? Yeah.
I forgot I have that in my head.
He might have had Morgrim too, I don't know. I feel like that's a Wilmon at some point, but I could be wrong.
I'm just salty because he got Weeva, which is daddy, or I'm not gonna say mommy, but daddy Sneasel, and then we have of course Sigilif that I brought the fame in season 2. I love Sigilif. Yeah. So good, such a good one.
Yeah, we'll say 2-1 to you. We'll say it's gonna be close though. It could go either way.
At the end of the day, it's playoffs. I think we can move on to the same side of the bracket as me and Will. So the winner of me and Will faces the winner of this matchup, and that is the 4 seed, Aqua Ball Ties of Justin versus the Yum Yum Yampers of Harrison, 5 seed. These guys played during the regular season, I'd assume.
Yeah, Harrison 2-1'd him.
Yeah. I don't really.
I think he had a different. I don't remember if he had the transactions or not.
Let me see.
Let's. What week did they play? They played week 5, so I don't think he had the transactions yet.
No, he still has active. He actually brought Activision this game, so it's gonna be a different game.
It's gonna be a much different game.
Maybe for the worse for Harrison. Let's just get his teams up here now. So
what are you doing?
No.
I fixed it. I pointed out an interesting lead. I was talking with Rooster yesterday as well. An interesting lead for Harrison. I don't know if I want to say it. I think I'm just gonna prep Justin for it because me and Justin do our prep work together. I think I'm just gonna prep Justin for it, but Harrison does have an interesting lead scenario that I want to prep Justin for. But this is an interesting matchup. It's hard to call. Trick Room's interesting because Justin's Trick Room mons don't really like Torkoal. Like Torkoal gets Earth Power and Eruption, and it's the slowest thing on the field.
Yeah.
So Torkoal's a problem. Torkoal's a big problem.
Baraja Iron Ball incoming.
Could be cool. The weather wars are going to be real. I think Arthazol has a decent matchup this week. into certain things. So, but he does have a Metagross and a Scrafty as well. So
Yeah. And then the likes of does he bring Exo and Abomasnow? I doubt it against when they're coming up against Torkoal and Metagross and Scrafty.
well, I think you need Abomasnow because you need the Weather Wars. I think Abomasnow and Arctos will both come. Arctos has good.
I'm just trying to think. Is there anything else? No, nothing else gets. No, just trying to see if anything else got Hail on that team, but no, don't think they did.
Maybe Inteleon, but I don't know.
Yeah. No. It's gonna be a very interesting game.
Wex, I should have said Wex. Jesus Christ. Justin's Metagross answers are quite interesting. Metagross can't be intimidated, and it's faster. So Harrison has been spamming Earthquakes all season with Metagross. So
in that scenario, if you have like Instant and say I don't know, Justin have on the field really.
Justin has nothing for Metagross except Incineroar.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a Will-O-Wisp, but like.
Yeah, say if he has Instant Dusclops on the field, a Will-O-Wisp from Dusclops, and a Fake Out. Seems like a pretty good one, but I'm assuming Harrison runs Protect on it. I don't see him run the Choice Item this week. I don't know why. I just don't see it happening. Wacky, I don't really see coming. I think there's a reason for it to come. Turk could come. Deals with Arctozol. Deals with Dragalge. Deals with Tangrowth. It's an interesting one. I'm yawning again.
What the fuck, bro? Wake the fuck up.
I mean, it's 9:30. I'm tired. I've had a long day today, so shut up. An old man, I know. I know Harrison loves to be sharing it. I wouldn't be surprised to see Lilligant, just because of what Eli said. Doesn't have a great matchup. Like, it really only deals with Inteleon.
Yeah, just being salty, he could bring Lilligant.
Harrison really that type of dude.
What does Lilligant get? Like, status-wise, that could maybe be good here. Because offensively, it's kind of interesting. But I want to see what it gets. Like, does it get Sleep Powder? Does it get... It does get Sleep Powder. Could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Quiver Dance.
Nice for goggles. I accidentally clicked on the eBay link for Lilligant. Right?
Does it get After You? Is that a thing? That'd be crazy.
If it gets After You, that's gonna be...
Okay,
nutty.
No, I don't think it does. That if it got After You, that'd be busted. That and Torkoal, you get Eruption priority pretty much.
Dear God.
Busted.
Call an ambulance. Not for me. Gyarados. What does Gyarados does? Gyarados a lot of Intimidate shit here.
I wonder if he goes offensive or support Gyarados. He's been kind of playing with both.
I would imagine support just because, like, you have like Arctozol, you have Insane, you have Caparaja. So I'd say you just switch in on that and then boom. -1 attack, like, just constantly cycle.
Try and pull a Incineroar to the Incineroar team.
For some reason I can see a lot of like little mistakes happening in this game just because like they'll each be trying to one up each other, you know. So they'll be trying like little mistakes like go like predictions. There's a few misplays, you know, like the Lions and the Steelers the other night. So
I'll talk about that. I think if I had to call this, you know, if I wasn't prepping Justin, I'd probably say I think Harrison's gonna win. However, I think I'm gonna back our prep, and I'll say 2-1 Justin.
This is a tough one because I've put both Justin and Harrison in the past, so no Justin. Let's see.
Call it with your heart, Wex, or with your brain. Pick one.
Like with my brain, I would say Harrison, just because like Metagross just seems so good in this matchup. I can see Metagross going off. But judging by what you've said to me and everything else, I'm gonna go Justin 2-1. Oh, Justin, if you're prepping, Metagross. Honestly, looks really good.
Yeah, it does, man. It's gonna be interesting. Um,
If Vincent is off the field, that shit just goes
mm,
ham. Like nothing is stopping that Metagross if Vincent's off the field. So for Harrison, get Vincent off the field. For Justin, keep Vincent alive. Seriously, I think that's going to be a difference, honestly. Like I'm looking even down the line, like Rapidash. It's like Dene gets smoked, Rapidash gets smoked, Abomasnow gets smoked, Darkazil gets smoked, Dactyl probably gets smoked. Teleon equal, I'd imagine. Copperajah gets Earthquake, so probably smoked. Time Growth nullifies it a tiny bit. I think it gets Ice Punch, or Fire Punch, or something for it. So, this is gonna be a tough game to call anyway. I'm gonna say 2-1 Justin, though, just for the meme. And then we can move on to your game, sir. The Sir Jersey Subats of good old Kev over here versus Riolu and the main Mudkips. So, what are your thoughts on this, Mr. Sir Jersey Subats?
I'm excited. I think that I have a pretty good matchup. I think I have a better matchup than I did last time, and I had a different team last time, and we still called a 2-0 victory. The addition of Primarina is just a bit of a beast, to be honest, and I think it reigns true here. He's got some things, but I think I can cover it. So,
one question: what do you do against Trick Room?
We will stop Trick Room. We'll work around it. You just trust the process.
Look at that's going for Philly. Ben Trimmers don't want to play.
Trust the process.
My
players will want to play for me. And
give it a week, Hitmonlee will be out there, Rillaboom be trying to sign contracts to the Leinster League Beyonds. You're gonna have Primarina sitting out because of COVID. Right, Sender, all these problems are gonna happen in the semi-finals if Kev wins. Typical 76er stuff. Like Quagsire, once Rillaboom's off, I did like Quagsire just because it's funny.
Can you even bring You can't bring Quagsire to this
No, you can't.
There's just no way. Absolutely no shot, man.
In Grassy Glide, Quagsire's dead. I can see obviously Ninetales Aroma Veil. Yeah, he's gonna set up Aroma Veil with Ninetales. Aurora Veil. Seems like pretty obvious things here. You have Naganadel, Naganadel Ray, girl.
It has a pretty good matchup this week.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Prim doesn't really do
it outspeeds everything. Can hit things for hard. Even Lando, it'll hit hard.
Well, you say it outspeeds everything. It's slower than Tornadoes and Naganadel and Jolteon.
Yeah, but those are on my team, Wax.
Yeah,
not worried about those. I'm worried about it outspeeding everything on Riolu's team.
What'd you say? I missed that.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I think a little prep. I think I'll be doing a lot less prep for my game and more prep for Justin's game, sadly. So I don't know how much.
Selfish,
work.
Justin.
I think that's just how it's gonna be. But I don't know. I think we'll be all right. I think I'll manage. We'll back ourselves 2-0 as we normally do on this channel.
Yeah, I mean that's all you do. So, I just assumed you were gonna back yourself. So it's like whatever. I do want Mienshao to get his revenge last season. I want Mienshao to, make that push. What am I gonna say? Book looks good here, but Torn, an Air Slash from Torn kind of destroys it. What rock moves do you get? What rock moves do you get?
Do I get?
Dugtrio. I forgot about Dugtrio. Let's see. Ice moves. Ice-wise, a lot of ice moves. The Torn. Or, not Torn, the Lando. What am I gonna say here? It is a tough one. Encouraging me. Jumper won't do much this week. Watch that come back, and Jumper gets 8 kills. Watch that happen now.
Nah, never that. It could be a hyper voice off though.
Yeah, it could well be. Hyper Voice is destroying this league. See, if we were a singles league, we'd ban it. But you know, we are not the no fun league over here. So, anyhow, no, they're not even. No, I won't go there.
We're gonna get a message from Eli after this.
Oh, I just got pinged. Oh, he sensed it. Oh, never. Oh shit. Oh, friendship cancelled. Never mind.
We're kicked out of NDL.
Oh, yeah. I think we're probably kicked out anyway, just because Eli.
Probably, honestly.
I'm gonna back. I'm gonna say 2-1 you. I feel like me and Cho, repping me from last season. I'm gonna back it for one game. Yeah. Perhaps the playoffs. And,
one over play-ins, one over the first round of playoffs. I think that just means it's time for some battles and some pick'ems, baby.
Yeah, pick'ems. If you want to be like us and predict the matchups every week, you have the chance to in playoffs. So in playoffs, in the quarterfinals. Is it quarterfinals or for the whole thing that we can?
It's just for quarterfinals.
Yeah, I knew it was just quarter. I thought that. You pick. Well, we'll put up after this goes live, so I don't know what day. Before, I'm guessing it'll just be before.
I'm probably gonna post. We're recording this on a Monday. I'm probably gonna post them right now after we're done.
Yeah.
So. But
breaking the fourth wall there. Love to see it.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. So you're gonna be able to see and vote for all these games. If you get 3 right?
Yeah, you need to get 75% or 100% correct to be guaranteed pick'em victory. And with a pick'em victory, you gain the power to manipulate your draft spot for the next season, which will be always is quite interesting.
Yeah. Last season I got pick'ems, Justin got pick'ems, and Justin picked 4th, I picked 3rd, and I sniped his whimsicott from him. So that's what pick'ems can do. It's very valuable. Allows you to pick whimsicott or turn 3, and
like buttons the rest of the season.
Buttons the rest of the season. So if you really want to value your pick'ems, look at me for an example.
Bro, Whimsicott's going first next game.
I think it's gonna be different because with Dynamax back in, Whimsicott's gonna be slightly less valuable, I think.
Because it's still as valuable as ever.
It's still valuable. It's still a first round pick, 100%. But, what I'm saying is that Encore is really busted in this format. But with there being Dynamax, which I'm assuming we're going back to next season.
Yeah, I think Dynamax just ignores Encore.
Dynamax ignores Encore. You have some other moves that it just makes it a lot less valuable without Encore. If in hindsight, I think Whimsicott is the number 1 pick this season. Whimsicott, Celesteela has been really good as well.
Who did pick first? Did Rooster pick first?
I think Rooster got the Urshifu first, if I'm not mistaken.
And then
I think Gummy took Urshifu second.
Did they go 1-2? I don't even remember. Let's wait. We can check this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back. I'm just doing that right now. It was
tier list. Ryder took Spectrier and then Urshifu.
Yeah.
I knew Ryder picked kind of early. Yeah, Gummy got Urshifu late. Very, very late.
Wait, was Scrafty? Scrafty was drafted before Urshifu?
Yeah, Harrison took Scrafty quite early.
Mienshao was drafted, but that's a given. Mienshao best support Pokemon in the league.
Comfey was a first round pick and was later dropped.
Yeah, but Comfey, I feel like Comfey's going to be up there again next season, especially
Dragapult fell really far this draft, but
Dragapult didn't really do a lot.
It benefits a lot more from Dynamax.
Yeah.
But we're getting way off topic.
But anyway, pick'ems, they can do with the draft stock. They'll post it probably by the time you see this. Probably right about now.
Yep.
Yeah, to everyone in playoffs. Me, Ev, Riolu, Ryder, Griffin, not Griffin. Oh, I've just DM'd him. Oh, I've just DM'd him.
Me, Ryder, Lex, Justin, Harrison, Rooster, Riolu, and Will. Best of luck.
Everyone else, I hope you have a good time watching.
And we will be back with another episode after the first round's over, and hopefully we won't be in tears, and it'll be a happy episode. The NDA podcast could be down tremendously next week, where we could be on cloud nine. So.
It's either like us three and Ryder get through, and podcast gang, whatever, or we all get eliminated, and we all want to cry because that happened last season semis, where semis it was
Justin was out in the round of 8, and we were both out in the semis. Or
yeah,
no?
You made it right.
Wait, didn't I knock you out in the first round?
Shit, no, that was season before.
Yeah, that was last season. What do you mean? Yeah, I played you in the first. Yeah, the redemption arced into.
Oh, that was season 3. Season 4.
Oh, I'm tripping.
I finished third. I faced Mao, I think.
Oh, I forget already. This is bad.
I beat Mao, and then.
We're gonna ramble again.
Ryder, yeah.
Oh, I played Riolu again. Oh, I played Riolu back-to-back seasons in the quarterfinals.
It's the first year I don't face Mao in the quarterfinals, so.
Yeah, Justin had to play. Justin had to play Ryder as the 8th seed, and
Ryder ended up beating,
Yeah, that was unpleasant for That was unpleasant. Justin would have had to play. I think he would have had to play Ryder. Wait.
He had to face me.
So I had to play the lowest seed. Justin had to play the highest. So, if Harrison beat Riolu, he would have played Harrison, and I would have played Ryder. But Harrison lost, so I automatically played Riolu.
And then Ryder swept us all. So.
Yeah, Ryder came out of the playoffs to win, man. Absolutely crazy.
Just shows anything's possible. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching this episode of the NDA podcast. It's been great. Nice and short this week, 45 minutes or so. Kev, anything else?
No, just excited for playoffs, and hopefully we're not in tears next week.
Yeah, okay, let's pray. Alright, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys around.
Peace.